somebody with this strong, you understand, to forgive that kind of situation. You know, there's an adage they say in Yoruba. If if somebody, you know, cheats and little of that shit drops on on a plate, even if you scrub it, if your eye cannot see it, what about your mind? So things like that, even if you forgive her, that does not necessarily mean you've forgotten about what has happened.
Yeah, that's true.
And that thing will always come back to haunting.
It will come
so
back.
that's the main reason why I think the marriage is gonna fail. You know.
And men,
but if they're both Christians,
men cannot overlook something like that. I've heard that you don't. I don't know whether it's true though, but I've heard that you don't forgive a cheating woman because they will keep
cheating.
But women cheat with emotions, but men,
you know,
I don't think we need an emotion to cheat.
See, in my own opinion, we used to say these things that women normally cheat with emotion, but there are some women, their own cheating was caused by the circumstances around them. It wasn't like they actually wanted to cheat.
Yeah, but if you are
take for instance, if you find yourself in a very long distance relationship, and let's say the woman, you know, even though it is not a good thing to do, and there is no excuse for such, then she has friends. She's, you know, going through some tough time or downtime. Then she maybe a friend comes around visiting her. Then the friend was trying to like console and make her feel good and everything. People will say, why is maybe the boyfriend or the man or maybe husband not doing that even from afar? But it won't be like somebody that is around her at that point. I think they are two different things.
Yeah,
so in that kind of situation, I think it's possible for her to cheat or to find herself cheating.
I would not agree with you totally on that, because fine, circumstances made you do such, but if you find yourself in a circumstance that is going to make you cheat, it's better you leave the situation. Because at the end of the day, it will lead to something big. What now? The man caught the wife kissing some other guy.
Yeah.
Now, she has been hiding. We don't know how long she has been doing this for. Yeah. Now the whole thing has to come out of the bag. Fine, she might decide not to tell him, but now the man knows the kind of woman she is. Even if he's trusted her for 10 years, now everything is down the drain because of what circumstance. If you are not,
there is no smoke without fire. For the woman to be cheating, something must be responsible.
Yes,
so they have to try and look into what could be responsible. That's the first thing. But now the cat is already out of the bag.
Yeah.
So you just have to like, what is the way forward? Are you guys going to be together? Are you guys going to go your separate ways? So I think that is the next thing to explore.
Welcome to yet another wonderful episode of Festus and Show. On today's episode of Things They Occur, I have with me a wonderful friend who is going to be sharing his thought at the end of the reading. And his name is Nathaniel. Please say hello to the audience at home.
Hi guys, my name is Nathaniel Ojo.
So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Today I have yet another devastating story from a guy that caught his wife cheating, and he wants us to advise him accordingly. And please, we would like to see your comment at the end. Just listen and then let us know how you feel about the situation at the end. He says, I am numb and in shock, so please bear with me if I am not very coherent as I type this. I am using a throwaway account because my wife used this platform quite often. My wife and I have been married for 8 years, together for 10. We've been through thick and thin. She is my best friend and the love of my life. We don't have any kids yet. We wanted them, but it wasn't the card for us. Today, during my lunch break, I decided to explore a new area, to try out a different place. As I strolled along the sidewalk, I saw my wife stepping out of a coffee shop across the street with a man I recognized from our work. So, this man, I don't know what he's looking for, but he said he decided to try a new place during this lunch time, and he saw the wife coming out from the coffee shop with another man. To me, yeah, I don't think we should assume anything yet
Yeah, definitely.
because it's too early in the story. But let's just continue. They were smiling and chatting, and then the man slipped his arm around my wife's waist, pulling her closer, leaned and in a kiss and kissed her, and she kissed him back.
With that, I don't think we are being to assume anymore.
Yeah, something.
You know what is going on.
Yeah, things is happening already. I froze, unable to process what was unfolding before me. In that moment, everything around me faded into a blur. I stood there, rooted to the spot, a storm of emotion brewing inside. Confusion was the first wave to crush over me, followed closely by disbelief. This couldn't be happening, not to us. I wanted to scream, to run across the street and demand an explanation, but my feet felt heavy, as if the weight of the moment had anchored me to the pavement. Well, I would have felt the same way too, because I can't see my wife being caressed by another man. I don't know, but to be honest, something within me might want me to react in a rash way, but because of the environment, I'll have to remain calm, not to do something stupid.
I think that's a little bit difficult because saying that you never expected it, and
Yeah,
saying that
yeah,
will, it will send a lot of negative emotions through you. So I think it depends on who the person is and how the person is able to control his emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's a really difficult
It's a
situation to
definitely
be in.
difficult situation. As they turn to walk away, still caught in their own world, I realized they didn't even see me. A jarred mix of hurt and betrayal pierced through the shock. I can't wrap my mind around what I saw. I love this woman more than life itself. I have given her all of me. I loved her unconditionally. I'm crushed and gutted. I can't remember how the rest of the day went after that. It was all blur. I can't face going back home to face her. So I told her I need to stay at a friend's house tonight because he's going through a rough time and could use the support. She brought it and could use the support. She brought it. I am sleeping. She brought it. I am sleeping in my car tonight. My world is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Any advice would be appreciated. So guys, that's the story. This fella caught the wife, the love of his life, with another man. And now he can't stand seeing her because everything he felt he knew about the lady, it's no longer what it is, as the trust has been betrayed. And what I would say to him is, I think he should have a conversation with the woman so that he would be able to establish the fact that the woman is seeing another guy. Forget the fact that he caught them red-handed, but at least he needs to hear it from the lady's mouth herself. What do you think, Nat?
I think the first thing I want to point out is, when he saw his woman being handled by another man outside, I think the first thing he should have done was walk up to her. That was the first mistake he did, because thinking about it, if you go back and meet her at home, it is possible she denies it.
Yeah.
So I think that was the first mistake. You walk up to her. You don't have to be aggressive, even though it's actually very, very difficult. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to allow the emotions you feel to overthrow you. But you just have to establish the fact that you've seen something and you have to allow her to be aware at that spot. So my advice to him is, just like people will say, there is nothing new under the sun. You have to meet with her, tell her what you saw the other day, and you have to. It depends on him if you want the relationship to continue. But I doubt if that's going to happen.
How satisfied? Talk to your partner, guy. This is the situation right now. I am not happy with the way things are. Whether you are not satisfying me in bed, you are not satisfying me financially, you are not supporting me emotionally. Voice it out.
Yeah.
Then you have an alibi that, okay, I tried it, okay, this is not working out for us, let us go our separate ways, than you being in the man's house and being in another man's life.
I have a question for you, please.
Okay.
Because of what you said. So is it not possible for okay, being in a relationship, a committed one at that, does that mean you cannot have friend of same gender?
Not a date that you have to be kissing. You cannot go
Or
on a
different
date
gender, I mean.
and
See,
start kissing people.
no, I'm saying either people are in a relationship, a committed one, or
Marriage,
marriages,
yeah.
they have friends.
Yeah, you
They
have friends.
They have people they've known even long before they got into that engagement.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah,
So
I
it
get
is
you.
possible that they can still be together, you know, talking, sharing their emotions sometimes together, you know, so that they can help each other.
Yeah.
So what if something like that happens?
Yeah,
See,
but
the relationship is all about maturity, to be in all honesty.
Wait, if I'm trying to get what you're trying to say, yeah. Now, I have friends I'm talking to.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you talk to someone intimately, you become vulnerable.
Yeah.
Now you get how would I say, your vulnerability got you used to them, like they take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, because now they are work colleagues. They are, I would say, the work husband now, because they spend more time together, they talk together. Maybe she's pitying the guy, that's why she fell in the trap. I don't know. But now it's for her to explain. But having opposite gender friends, there is nothing bad, but you have to define the relationship so you know when not to cross the line.
You know, I understand what you're saying and I agree with you, but not completely. You know, there are times that you find yourself being friends with people. I know friendship is not something that just happened over the night. You know, it is a conscious thing.
Yeah.
You want to be someone's friend.
Yeah.
The other party wants to be your friend. So it has to be both ways. So, but then there are some people you are friends with. You've been together for a long time. You never had anything bad in mind. You know, you trust them that they cannot do you maybe bad. You know, sometimes you go as deep as sharing some intimate things with them.
Yeah.
Because maybe you needed somebody. Maybe you were vulnerable to some things. Then you needed somebody to share it with. I know most people will say, "But you have family. Why not discuss with your family?" There are things
That
you commit with your friends that you
choose
don't
not
even
to discuss with
exactly.
family, yeah.
So in that kind of situation, I think it's possible, you know. And I said I agree with what you said earlier, but though not completely. You said you don't have to put yourself in that situation where you can become vulnerable to somebody else for the person to take advantage of you. Yes, that's very true. Even the Bible says, "Flee from all appearances of evil."
Of evil, yeah.
Exactly. But still, we are human beings. And there are times we find ourselves in that compromising situation. It happens. But that shouldn't be an excuse. Because what that woman did was actually a conscious thing. She knew what she was doing. You know, it was a planned thing because they both went to a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Before maybe they had nice time having something before coming out, wrapping themselves and, you know, doing some intimate things, you know. So I think that there is nothing to excuse our own situation because it was a conscious thing. She was aware of all her doings.
Definitely.
So I think the marriage is up, in my own opinion. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
what you don't want to, what you wouldn't want somebody else to do to you, you don't do it.
You
to
don't
other
do it
people.
to others because you
That's-
can't take it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't think
You know,
it's gonna happen.
most guys you see out there, if something like this happens, I think that's going to be the end of the relationship, you know. So I think, but the first thing to do is you have to meet up with her,
Yeah,
have a
exactly.
conversation, you know, see if she's remorseful, then you take it from there.
Well, there you have it, guys. You might have a better suggestion for this fella to be able to handle his relationship. But that is it from our own hand. We would like to see your comment in the section below. Until the next time we see, please stay good and have a great one. Thank you.
Bye, guys.